Hey everyone, this is Karen Waxman, founder of Retail MBA. Today we're going to be talking about what marketing strategies work best for selling a retail chains. So if you have a great product and you're thinking about marketing strategies when working with these retailers, this little training will give you some things to think about in regards to supporting you with that. With that said, let's get started on today's training. So let's talk about what marketing strategies work best for selling a retail chains. People want to know how to get into stores, right? You want to get your products into your favorite retail chain and see your product on their store shelves, and you're just trying to get it done. And some people will tell you who've been in the business a long time, you have to show proven sales and all these things. And it's true. They love obviously products that are converting and so forth. Who doesn't if you're trying to make money, right? That's what retailers do. They try to make money. They try to put products in stores. If I could give you any advice about a marketing strategy that works best, it's to get a retail chain to say yes to you first before you stop and spend a fortune and go to all these shows and do all these things. It would be, honestly, after all the years of me doing this, I've been selling to retailers for over 20 years and so forth, and taught all these people all these years to get their products into chain stores. I have seen the best conversion when a buyer sees that you sold into another store. And the reason I say that is because if you can get a buyer to believe that your product will convert enough to put your product in their stores, that is your golden ticket for a chain store. And it sounds awful if you've never sold your product anywhere. And that is why I started Retail MBA, because a lot of you guys didn't understand that you can actually get your products into chain stores without having any previous sales. Like, I've had so many customers who've only had one product or SKU, no sales whatsoever with their product, get into a retail chain. And the reason for that is because a buyer buys for many reasons. Sometimes it's interesting. Sometimes it's innovation. Sometimes you say the right thing. Sometimes he believes that it's going to convert. There's many reasons why a buyer will buy. If you can get a retailer to say yes to your product, your top retailers will be more inclined to buy. And that, to me, is the best marketing strategy because it saves you a ton of money, and also it can get you into stores faster. So you could go to a trade show and spend a small fortune. I'm not opposed to trade shows. I think they're wonderful and brilliant. But if I was limited fiscally, I could do that for sure and hope for a sale, right? And there's all sorts of strategies to ensure success at a trade show, and I have no problem with it. But if I was to do it and I was really stuck fiscally, then what I would do maybe is try and get a retailer to pick up my product and then go after the big dogs, the ones that I really want to sell to. If you look at our Retail MBA training coaching system, in there, we actually have a list of over 350 major retail chains on that list, right? So each one of those retailers can make you millions of dollars a year, right? They can make you a lot of money for product sales. So imagine the fact that you're picking your top 2-3 stores you really want to sell to, and then there's a list of 350. Now, obviously, not all, and there's way more than 350. There's a lot more these days, but we gave you the creme de la creme, the ones that have like real money. My point in sharing that with you is that if you're actually working to go after stores, these guys are looking for successes, but what's the best success? Working with a retailer. And a lot of your competitors are not going after those obscure little chain stores. They're only focused on their top favorite ones. Maybe it's Target, maybe it's whatever it is, maybe it's Macy's. There's so many other department stores you could sell to and then go back to Macy's. You get my point? The purpose here is just to get a yes from one chain store and go back to all the other ones. And of all the things in the world you can do, that'll get a buyer to move so much faster. It just gotta get into your brain that you just need one yes, and then the other ones will start following footsteps, and you don't have to spend a fortune, which is going around begging everybody to like your product and so forth. It is possible to do it. Now, there's many other ways to do marketing strategies. If you don't want to go to chain stores first, you can go to small retailers, mid-sized retailers. We have webinars on how to make money in every possible conceivable way with the consumer product on retailmba.com. But my point is, if you're going to ask me personally, what's the best marketing strategy to get a retail chain to buy from you? It's to find one of those obscure chain stores that would pick up your product so that you can go back to the ones you really want to sell to. Because all these buyers are looking for is just someone who's already agreed to work with you, because that gives them a little bit more peace of mind, and that gets them more to believe that your product might sell, because they need to believe. And that's the best thing for a chain store. The hardest part is to getting that first order, but it doesn't have to be that hard if you go after some of the retailers that your competitors are not even thinking about. There's more to say on that topic, but that's what I would do if I was starting out. I would try and go after these stores and then go back to the retailers I really want to sell to, and that is an epic marketing strategy. Karen Waksman, Retail MBA, if you want to learn how to approach, pitch, and sell these retailers and all the details of getting your products into stores. We have a comprehensive training system called Retail MBA. Otherwise, we have live events, master classes, all the things to help you get into stores today. Karen Waksman, Retail MBA. Hope this helped.